The WWE Universe was thrown into absolute chaos as SmackDown went live last night, culminating in an unprecedented moment that had fans screaming, gasping, and sharing footage across social media instantly. CM Punk, one of the most polarizing and electrifying superstars in WWE history, made a shocking move that nobody saw coming, a bold, unexpected, and utterly shocking kiss with Becky Lynch. The arena fell silent for a split second before erupting into a mixture of cheers, boos, and disbelief. Fans couldn't believe what had just happened. The camera immediately captured Becky Lynch's stunned expression, her eyes wide, jaw dropping, and the crowd reacting with every emotion imaginable. This wasn't a scripted moment the audience had anticipated, it was raw, unpredictable, and explosive. The commentators, struggling to maintain composure, shouted over the crowd's frenzy, "Ladies and gentlemen, did CM Punk just? Yes. He just kissed Becky Lynch. This is insane. The WWE Universe is losing their minds right now." Becky, visibly shocked and momentarily frozen, shoved Punk back, her voice shaking with a mixture of fury and disbelief. "CM, what the hell are you doing?" Punk, unflinching, smirked and responded with his signature confidence, "Sometimes, you have to break boundaries to make history. Consider this, the start of something unforgettable." The camera panned to the audience, and social media instantly lit up with reactions. Hashtags like #PunkKiss, #BeckyShock, and #SmackDownDrama were trending worldwide within minutes. The WWE Universe couldn't get enough speculation, debate, and pure chaos dominated every platform. Fans argued about motives, alliances, and the possible fallout from this unprecedented moment. As Becky composed herself, AJ Lee made her shocking return. The music hit, and the crowd erupted like never before. AJ Lee, SmackDown's most cunning, unpredictable, and fierce competitor, stormed the ring with intensity burning in her eyes. The WWE Universe erupted in chants. AJ, AJ, AJ. AJ stopped dead in her tracks when she saw Punk and Becky in the center of the ring. Her expression twisted from disbelief to anger to determination. The commentary team screamed over the pandemonium, "Unbelievable. AJ Lee is back on SmackDown, and she is not here for pleasantries. This shocking kiss has ignited her return, and you know she's not going to let this slide without making a statement." AJ Lee, microphone in hand, shouted, "CM Punk, Becky Lynch, you think you can toy with emotions and walk away unscathed? You've ignited a fire tonight, and I am here to make sure nobody forgets it." The arena erupted, fans on their feet, screaming at the top of their lungs. AJ's return was electrifying, dramatic, and perfectly timed to escalate the tension between Punk and Becky. The WWE Universe immediately realized that SmackDown had turned into a powder keg of raw emotion, unrestrained aggression, and personal rivalries. Becky, still visibly shaken, attempted to respond. "AJ, I don't know what you think you're walking into, but this isn't about you." AJ's eyes blazed with fury. "Oh, it's very much about me. This isn't just about a kiss, it's about respect, pride, and making sure nobody thinks they can cross boundaries without consequences." SmackDown just got a whole lot more interesting. CM Punk, always calm but menacing, stepped closer to AJ. "AJ, welcome back. You came just in time to witness history. But be careful you don't want to get caught in the middle of this storm." AJ's response was a daring smirk, signaling that she wasn't afraid of Punk, Becky, or anyone else in the ring. Security tried to maintain order, but the energy in the arena was too intense. Fans were screaming, signs were waving, and social media was exploding. Every fan knew they were witnessing a historic SmackDown moment, one that would dominate headlines, streams, and conversations for days to come. Commentators hyped the stakes further. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is what SmackDown is all about. Drama, tension, shocking moments, and a return that nobody saw coming. AJ Lee is back, CM Punk is shocking the WWE Universe, and Becky Lynch, well, she's caught in the middle of a whirlwind that's only getting started." The tension in the ring continued to escalate. Punk and AJ stared each other down, the air electric with anticipation, while Becky stood between them, torn between shock, anger, and strategy. The WWE Universe couldn't look away. Every movement, glance, and word amplified the chaos and uncertainty. Fans immediately began speculating, would AJ Lee challenge Punk? Would she side with Becky? Could this lead to a three-way rivalry, a tag match, or an all-out war on SmackDown? The possibilities were endless, and every fan watching felt like they were witnessing the beginning of a storyline that could define a new era of WWE. The segment ended with AJ Lee standing tall, Punk smirking, and Becky Lynch visibly shaken, setting the stage for a feud that promised chaos, passion, and absolute unpredictability. The WWE Universe erupted, chanting, clapping, and discussing the unprecedented events that had just unfolded live on SmackDown. The arena was electric, the tension practically palpable, as AJ Lee confronted CM Punk and Becky Lynch in the center of the ring. Every fan in the crowd could feel the intensity radiating from the three superstars, their faces twisted with anger, disbelief, and determination. Social media was exploding. Clips of the shocking kiss, AJ's return, and the ensuing standoff were being shared millions of times within minutes. The WWE Universe couldn't get enough. AJ Lee, microphone in hand, pointed directly at CM Punk, her voice cutting through the roar of the crowd. "Punk, you think you can shock the WWE Universe and walk away? You think you can play with Becky and get a free pass? You've made a huge mistake." CM Punk, ever composed but clearly enjoying the chaos, smirked and responded, "AJ, welcome back to the madness. I didn't do this to start a war, I did this to make history. But if you want a piece of it, step up." Becky Lynch, caught between fury and confusion, shouted back, "Both of you, enough. This isn't about history or legacy, it's about respect. AJ, you're here now, but don't think I'll let you take control of this situation." The arena erupted into chants, "Fight! Fight! Fight!" Fans could barely contain themselves. The energy in the building was raw, intense, and unrelenting. Every glance, every word exchanged, was a spark ready to ignite a full-blown SmackDown war. AJ Lee didn't back down. She stepped closer, closing the space between herself and CM Punk, her eyes blazing with fury and precision. "Punk, I don't care about history. I don't care about the past. I'm here for the present, and you, Becky, and anyone else who thinks they can cross boundaries without consequences, I will make you pay." CM Punk raised an eyebrow, clearly intrigued but cautious. He knew AJ Lee wasn't a superstar to be underestimated. Her reputation for cunning, unpredictability, and raw aggression made her a wild card in this already volatile situation. The tension escalated further when Becky Lynch, trying to regain control, lunged at Punk in a fit of anger, but AJ intercepted her with a calculated strike, pushing Becky back and creating an immediate standoff. The crowd erupted again, chanting AJ's name as she stood between Punk and Becky, daring anyone to make the next move. Commentators shouted over the chaos, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is unlike anything we've seen on SmackDown." AJ Lee returns to an explosive scene. CM Punk has shocked the WWE Universe with his actions, and Becky Lynch is caught in the middle. The tension is unbearable. The confrontation spiraled into chaos as security rushed to separate the three superstars. But AJ Lee, moving with lightning speed and cunning, dodged attempts to be restrained, keeping the WWE Universe on the edge of their seats. Punk and Becky also pushed past security, their intensity fueling the spectacle. The commentators continue to hype the storyline. This isn't just a fight, it's the start of an epic rivalry that could dominate WWE SmackDown for months. The WWE Universe is witnessing the birth of a feud filled with drama, betrayal, and unpredictability. Backstage cameras cut to reactions from other WWE superstars. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Charlotte Flair expressed shock and excitement, noting that AJ Lee's return had escalated tensions to an entirely new level. Social media hashtags exploded, #AJ returns, #Punk Becky drama, #SmackDown chaos, and #unexpected kiss. Every fan, commentator, and superstar understood that the storyline was now a central focus of WWE storytelling. AJ Lee grabbed a microphone once more, her voice cutting through the frenzy. "Mark my words, Punk, Becky, tonight is only the beginning. SmackDown is my stage now, and I will make sure that everyone knows you don't mess with AJ Lee and get away with it." CM Punk, visibly smirking but now cautious, responded, "AJ, you're back in the ring, but remember this, I don't back down. I make history, and I play by my rules. Be ready for the ride of your life." Becky Lynch, regaining composure, shouted back with equal intensity, "And don't think I'm going to sit back either. You two might think you're shaking things up, but I'm not going anywhere. SmackDown is my house, and I'll fight to keep it." The arena exploded into chants for all three superstars. Fans screamed for action, for chaos, for the moment when these tensions would finally erupt into a match. The commentators emphasized the stakes. This is the start of a storyline that will dominate SmackDown. AJ Lee is back, CM Punk has shocked the WWE Universe, and Becky Lynch is more determined than ever. Every fan watching knows that the next SmackDown will be historic. As the segment ended, AJ Lee, CM Punk, and Becky Lynch stood in the ring, staring each other down. The WWE Universe was on their feet, cheering, screaming, and recording every moment. Social media platforms were flooded with clips, theories, and debates, with fans speculating on everything: alliances, betrayals, and the inevitable explosive showdown. The night ended with one clear message: SmackDown had changed forever. AJ Lee's return had ignited chaos, Punk's shocking kiss had shattered norms, and Becky Lynch's determination ensured that every fan knew one thing: this feud was just beginning, and the next chapter would be nothing short of explosive. The tension in the arena was palpable. Fans were still reeling from AJ Lee's dramatic return and CM Punk's shocking kiss on Becky Lynch. But SmackDown wasn't going to let the story rest. It was time for action, and the WWE Universe knew it. The camera panned across the crowd, capturing signs, chants, and expressions of shock, anger, and excitement. Social media was exploding in real time, with every clip shared thousands of times within minutes. AJ Lee, standing tall in the ring, wasn't waiting for an invitation. Her eyes were fixed on CM Punk, then Becky Lynch, and her body language screamed that she was ready for confrontation. Security tried to hold her back, but she was unstoppable. Every dodge, every maneuver fueled by the WWE Universe's deafening cheers. AJ Lee is here, ladies and gentlemen, the commentator shouted. And she means business. CM Punk and Becky Lynch have stirred a hornet's nest, and AJ is not holding back. CM Punk, usually the master of composure, looked slightly taken aback. AJ's intensity was palpable. She wasn't just back, she was unleashed. Punk stepped forward, attempting to assert control over the chaos. AJ, you just walked into something you can't handle. This isn't about past grudges, it's about the present. AJ Lee smirked, defiance written across her face. Handle? Punk, I don't handle, I dominate. And you, Becky, think your little moment changes anything? You're in my world now, and the rules are simple: respect me or face the consequences. Becky Lynch, still shocked from Punk's bold move, squared off against AJ. AJ, don't think you're going to take over. SmackDown is my house, and I'll fight to keep it. The crowd erupted as the three superstars stared each other down. Tension hung in the air like electricity before a storm. The WWE Universe could feel it. This wasn't just a feud, this was a powder keg ready to explode. Suddenly, Punk lunged at AJ, attempting to push her back. But AJ countered with lightning speed, delivering a sharp strike that sent Punk staggering. The crowd went wild. Becky, fueled by anger and betrayal, charged at AJ and Punk simultaneously, turning the ring into a chaotic battlefield. Commentators screamed over the chaos. Unbelievable. AJ Lee is back and making a statement. Punk's shocking kiss has ignited a feud of epic proportions. Becky Lynch is caught in the middle, and the WWE Universe is witnessing absolute chaos live. The brawl escalated as punches, kicks, and signature moves flew. Security personnel tried desperately to separate the three, but each superstar was relentless. AJ executed a precision strike on Punk, sending him crashing into the ropes. Becky recovered quickly, delivering a clothesline to AJ, only to be met with a sudden counter. The arena erupted with each near fall, each dodge, each display of power and agility. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pure pandemonium, the commentator shouted. AJ Lee's return has thrown SmackDown into chaos. CM Punk's actions have ignited a firestorm, and Becky Lynch is proving why she's one of the fiercest competitors in WWE history. The action spilled to the outside of the ring. AJ tossed Punk into the barricade, then turned to face Becky. But Becky struck back with a vicious dropkick, sending AJ into the announcer's table. The crowd screamed in shock and excitement, chanting, "Fight! Fight! Fight!" Punk, recovering, grabbed a steel chair from ringside. A shocking escalation. The commentators gasped, "Oh no! CM Punk has a steel chair. This is beyond chaotic." The WWE Universe cannot believe what they are witnessing. AJ, agile as ever, ducked just in time, and the chair smashed harmlessly against the barricade. Becky, seizing the opportunity, delivered a brutal knee strike to Punk's midsection, sending him crumpling to the mat. The WWE Universe erupted in cheers, but the chaos was far from over. The three superstars now faced off in the center of the ring once more. The commentators' voices cracked with excitement. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is insane." Punk's shocking kiss, AJ Lee's explosive return, Becky Lynch's fury, it's all colliding. SmackDown has never seen a moment like this, and the WWE Universe is witnessing history. AJ Lee grabbed the microphone again, voice dripping with intensity. "You both wanted chaos, congratulations. You got it. But don't think this ends here. SmackDown is my playground now, and I will make sure everyone knows it." CM Punk, bruised but defiant, smirked. "AJ, I've faced chaos before, and I create history out of it. This isn't over, it's only getting started." Becky Lynch, eyes blazing, shouted, "You both better be ready. I will not be sidelined, ignored, or disrespected. SmackDown is mine, and I'll fight tooth and nail to prove it." The crowd was on fire, chanting for all three superstars. Social media exploded with clips, memes, and live reactions. Hashtags like #AJReturns, #PunkKissChaos, and #BeckyFury trend worldwide. The WWE Universe knew one thing for certain: SmackDown would never be the same again. The segment ended with the three superstars standing in the ring, glaring at each other, the crowd screaming, and the commentators hyping the explosive future. The WWE Universe was on the edge of their seats. The ring was a battlefield, tension crackling like electricity. AJ Lee, CM Punk, and Becky Lynch were locked in a standoff, every eye in the arena glued to the unfolding chaos. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation, screams, and disbelief. This was more than a feud, it was pure SmackDown pandemonium. AJ Lee struck first, springing into action with lightning-fast aggression. She landed a series of rapid strikes on CM Punk, forcing him to the ropes. Punk stumbled, momentarily stunned, while Becky Lynch seized the opportunity to land a thunderous clothesline, sending AJ reeling into the corner. The WWE Universe erupted, chanting, "This is insane! This is insane!" Punk recovered, eyes blazing with determination, and launched a counterattack. He grabbed AJ in a headlock, signaling that he wouldn't go down without a fight. Becky, fueled by fury and betrayal, charged at Punk with a running knee, but AJ intercepted, sending Becky crashing to the mat. The arena shook with every impact, fans screaming and jumping to their feet. Commentators could barely keep up with the chaos. "Ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen anything like this on SmackDown. AJ Lee is back, and she is taking no prisoners." CM Punk's shocking actions have ignited a war, and Becky Lynch is caught in the crossfire. The brawl escalated further as Punk and Becky turned their attention to AJ. All three superstars were exchanging signature moves, counters, and high-impact strikes. Fans were on their feet, recording every moment, screaming, and chanting names: AJ, Punk, Becky. Suddenly, the action spilled outside the ring. AJ grabbed a steel chair from ringside, swinging it with precision at Punk, who narrowly dodged. Becky, seeing the chair, launched a springboard dropkick that sent AJ tumbling into the barricade. The arena exploded with cheers. Social media was on fire. Clips of the brawl went viral instantly, hashtags trending worldwide, hashtag SmackDown Chaos, hashtag AJ vs Punk vs Becky, hashtag unexpected twist. The commentators hyped the moment relentlessly. Unbelievable. AJ Lee's return has turned SmackDown upside down. Punk's shocking kiss ignited the fire, and Becky Lynch is fighting for control. The WWE Universe is witnessing history. Back in the ring, AJ regained her footing and executed a perfectly timed move, sending Punk crashing to the mat. Becky, enraged, charged at AJ, but AJ sidestepped, causing Becky to collide with the steel steps. The crowd roared, fully invested in the chaotic showdown. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is mayhem. AJ Lee is showing why she's one of the most dangerous superstars in WWE history," the commentator shouted. Punk, furious and determined, staggered to his feet. He caught Becky mid-run, hoisting her up for a signature move, but AJ intercepted with a devastating kick, sending Punk crashing to the mat as well. The arena erupted with a deafening roar, fans screaming for the chaos to continue. The three superstars now faced off once more in the center of the ring, sweat and adrenaline coursing through their veins. AJ grabbed the microphone. "Punk, Becky, you thought you could play games and get away with it? SmackDown is my stage now, and I will make sure everyone remembers it." CM Punk, bruised but defiant, smirked. "AJ, welcome back. You've made an impression, but remember this: I don't back down. This feud is far from over, and I make history." Becky Lynch, visibly enraged and determined, shouted, "And don't think I'm stepping aside. This is my house, and I will fight to prove it. Nobody controls SmackDown but me." The crowd erupted again, chants filling every corner of the arena. The tension was unbearable as all three superstars glared at each other, each ready to strike, each unwilling to yield. The WWE Universe knew they were witnessing the birth of an epic rivalry, one that would dominate SmackDown for months. As the segment drew to a close, security struggled to maintain order. AJ Lee stood tall and defiant, CM Punk smirked with confidence, and Becky Lynch glared with fiery determination. The WWE Universe was on fire, social media ablaze with clips, debates, and predictions about what would happen next. "Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown has officially entered a new era," the commentator shouted. AJ Lee's explosive return, CM Punk's shocking kiss, and Becky Lynch's unyielding fury have set the stage for a feud that will define WWE history. The chaos has only just begun. The arena lights dimmed, leaving the WWE Universe buzzing with anticipation. The narrative was clear: AJ Lee had returned to shake things up, CM Punk had ignited a storm, and Becky Lynch was ready to fight for control. SmackDown had transformed into a battlefield of chaos, drama, and unforgettable moments, leaving fans desperate for the next chapter.